Hi, Sergeant Major Chaim Mailspin. These are perilous times. Some of the missions that we go on to destroy the encampments of the enemy, these tunnels, these networks, these attack tunnels coming towards Israel to kill the innocent. Look at the bullet holes up here in the D9 bulldozer. Sometimes we run behind that thing. And hours ago in Khan Yunis, a great tragedy happened. I just want to honor the memory of these 4 commando soldiers who gave their life for Kiddush Hashem. And so these 4 soldiers, Northwest Khan Yunis, Captain Ido Baruch, he's 21 years old, Captain Ido from Telmond. And then you have the Sergeant Amitai Ibn Shushan, he's 20 years old from Azriel, not far away from me. He's a commando, he was just in training. Sergeant Rif Harush, also 20 years old from Ramat David, he was just a young fighter in training. And Eli Young, his name is Eli Young, senior sergeant. These people give their life. He's from Kedar. They've stood in the gap for Israel to remain free, for this democracy in the Middle East, this shining light in a dark world, and a world that seems to be ever more dark. And as we approach Passover, I just want to think for a moment, of those who've given their lives. 604 soldiers and women have fallen. I think it's 260 or so in the Gaza Strip. In ground maneuvers, and no, it's more than that. And so what happened with this event? So there we are, and we see all this movement, we see all this stuff happening just before that. And you remember when the hostage body was recovered, brought back. And so we work with Division 98, and so this is where it happened, exactly where we were before that. And so an infantry force from the commander's school shows up. And they thought it was pretty much a routine check of an area. They gave a preliminary order to fire towards this area where there looked like there was something suspicious. And so they advance, and suddenly out of a tunnel shaft, you have some Hamas terrorists. The first they spotted a Shawaz charge. It's a Shawaz bomb made by them in RPGs. And they realized there's something going on. There's an attack about to happen. And so Commander Ido said, let's move away from this area. And so the 7th Brigade brings a few tanks closer, and they fired an RPG rocket at the tank. The Hamas fired an RPG rocket at the tank. No one was hurt at that time. And so the commander of the 98th Division, Dan Goldfus, he suddenly goes and arrives at the scene, and he tries to evacuate those who were shot from the tunnel. And so he goes in, and 3 fighters are killed on the spot. A 4th fighter died of his wounds, and so that's what happened. Now is the funerals today. Families will mourn, wives, children will mourn and cry, but they've given their life to stand against the darkness, against what's engulfing the earth. It seems like is a and Isaiah 60. I just want to read Isaiah 60 verse 2. For behold, darkness will cover the earth, gross darkness will cover the peoples, but the Lord will arise, the God of Israel will rise upon you, and his glory will be seen on you. Nations will come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your rising. Lift up your eyes round about and see. They gather themselves together, and they come to you. Your sons come from afar, the Aliyah of the Jewish people. Your daughters will be carried by those lovers of Israel. Passover is a time of when great darkness was on Egypt. God was taking out the false gods, and the Jewish people made Aliyah home to the promised land from captivity. And it's just interesting to see right now, thick darkness is covering the people right now, this Passover. But light is shining. And I'm going to encourage you, light is shining. Even during this eclipse, the sun is still shining just as bright, even when it seems to be covered. By the way, totality of the eclipse is from 1:30 p.m. Central Time all the way till 2:30 p.m. Central Time in the United States, lasting for a few minutes in each location. And people are going all over. And that is New Year's, okay? Biblical New Year's, Aviv, called Nisan also. But it's really called Aviv in the Bible. And that starts right during the eclipse. And how amazing is that in the midst of this darkness, something new is beginning. The light, we're all part of the light together. And me being here, defending the defenseless, carrying this shepherd stick, it's all part of defending the seed of hope. And I just want to thank you as well. Take this moment as New Year biblically is about to begin. Thank you for all you've done to support our guys. They are overjoyed, and they just thank me all the time. I don't want to thank you. Yeah, there's still needs. 18 people need helmets, 18 people need shoes, 18 people need tactical uniforms. We need a compressor. We need DeWalt tools to unscrew some big bolts and nuts, ratchet set. But God is supplying all our needs. We just need to keep trusting him, and we push down our foes, and we're standing on the side of what's right. So, hey, God has not forgotten about his blessing and his covenant to Abraham. He's not forgotten about you. He's not forgotten about me and all who hold to that tree of life. So, thank you for doing that. May you have a great week, and mourn with those who mourn. And don't forget about the Isaiah 40 mandate to comfort. Yes, comfort you, my people.